We're live from... Houston, where the crowd is on their feet. We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. A battle in the Western Conference. This Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. Now here's Paul. On the wing, Chandler. And the three off target. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball.
Oh, wow. Look out.
It's a beautiful jam.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. C-Web, the guard matchup tonight. Plenty of firepower in both backcourts.
This is some guards now. Maybe the greatest accumulation of guards of all time. When you think about what guards impact is in this league. And that's what fans love to see. That's what I love to see. Sharp shooting, creative passing, more than a few highlights. The Euro step, breaking ankles, speeding up, the shimmy. Give me all of it. I'll take it.
Let's do it. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. The Rockets again can't hit.
He's got to be wondering, how did he miss that? I mean, he had all the space in the world.
With the putback. Valanciunas trying to free himself up.
Oh, this is what smart point guards do. Fox is adept at realizing the defense's mistakes and exploiting it.
Pass to Bertans. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball. I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Paul with the ball. In the corner, Murray with it. The shot, no good. And Houston the other way now. Thompson outside. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Oh, man, an area where Thompson has improved, a quicker first step on the drive.
Paul looking over the floor. Murray outside. A three-pointer off the mark. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Houston now. 3-point lead. Have a look at the Rockets organization, Chris. One of the best-run teams people think in this league.
Oh, well, definitely. I mean, over a decade of winning basketball, they find ways to win, and they won't be satisfied till they win it all.
Pass to Paul. Inside. Vucevic. Good on the bucket. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
And it's Paul penetrating. In the corner, Murray with it. Beyond the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
Seeing the floor well, Paul is fantastic at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Thompson right side. Over Murray. And again, the Rockets good for two.
This shot certainly in Thompson's arsenal. I mean, he keeps the defense guessing.
In the corner, Murray with it. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Murray's got a couple of threes now in the first for Minnesota. Here's Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
The wide open look here for Vucevic. That one wide left. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. There's 1:40 left to play in the first. Out to the wing. Robinson for three. They get it back. From beyond the arc. Minnesota with the rebound.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
And that one drops for him. And here is Paul. No points in the game yet for him. Johnson for three. Robinson pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Well, I'd love to hear his explanation of Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Paul with the ball. Now Valanciunas defending.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Fox. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Robinson. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And it's Paul penetrating. That one's good from the corner. Berton's got 5 now.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Each team is stepping up.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Timberwolves lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Well, that's what helps you in this league. They caught the defense a little bit off guard.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 2. Thompson outside. Back to Curry. Pass to Wyden. To the middle. Chandler with the steal. And now Minnesota on the fast break.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, Kev, it could be. Take a great defensive play. Follow it up with a big-time dunk. That'll always get the team fired up.
Bielitsa with the bucket.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Playing the revenge card right there. Trying to get those 3 points right back. Didn't work.
Murray, good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The drive by Paul. Bielitsa misses. Rockets trail by 10. Valentine with it. Now Chandler defending. Thompson misses.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Here's Minnesota. They've got a 10-0 run going. Over in the corner, Chandler. And another 3 for Minnesota.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Hits it from three-point range. Big-time scoring is always a premium, Chris, when you're evaluating players on the offensive side. What do you hope to find as you kind of break down their game?
I hope to find that you can dribble, shoot, and pass. Because if you can do those things and you're a great scorer, then I know that if you get double-teamed, you can find an open man. That if you have the heart of an unselfish player, that you're willing to think 2-3 plays ahead of how to set someone else up that's struggling, because a great player can always get their own. And also on the offensive side of the ball, are you careless? Do you value possessions? Do you make easy turnovers? And if you do make a turnover in the offensive end, what is your temperature like defensively? Will you run back and get back and try to get a stop? What type of player are you overall? Great offensive players are result-oriented, not necessarily seeking individual numbers or acclaim, and that's a big part of my evaluation.
The finish goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Denzel Valentine.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Free throw no good for Chandler.
I mean, you look at Chris Paul, he didn't play in the last 2 All-Star games, but he's a top 15 player in this league.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose D an assist on that one. Get a body on him.
Good boy.
And Chris Paul, all-NBA first or second team just about every single season. And perennial first-team all-defense.
But get this. Only 3 point guards in league history have averaged 18 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals for an entire season. Russell Westbrook, he did it once, Isaiah twice, and Chris Paul 5 times.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Another miss by Minnesota. And here we go with Curry running it up the court.
But he doesn't have a clear path to the hoop, so why not? I mean, pull up and bury the 3 in transition.
And stolen by Cephalosha. And Curry with the clear path to the hoop.
Minnesota foul call. Chris Paul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
So both teams changing it up here.
Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
And it's the Rockets on the break. Curry's got the ball.
Look, the defender has to try to stay in Clay's jersey, especially on the catch and shoot.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Both teams deciding to change it up. There's 1:40 left here in the second. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Back to Paul. Pass to Brogdon. Beyond the arc. The offensive rebound. Here's the three. Unable to get that one. And the Rockets take it the other way. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. And that'll be the first of a two-game road trip for them. To the middle. Now Fox. Down low. Robinson. Aston Yang. Fires from deep. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, pretty obvious over-the-back call there, but being out of position, that was really the only option.
He went for it. I'll give him that. Showing some fight on the boards, even if it's not the smartest play in the world.
De'Aaron Fox, C-Web, with a very slender build. Does that concern you at all?
Not at all. I love his wiry strength. It holds up the contact better than you might think. Plus his speed beats strength any day. You just got to stay in the weight room, though. He knows.
Now Paul. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shots good by Wilson.
And dialing up the three ball, he finally puts it in to the 14-0 run by the Rockets.
It's good seeing Fox work his magic down there, looking unafraid, even though he's not the biggest of guys.
They grab their own miss. Aston Yang. The shot and game clock separated by 4. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Grant. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
He's been the energizer for them tonight. Thompson having a big impact on this game.
What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for Minnesota. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance. And welcome back as we continue our St. Paddy's Day broadcast. Rockets trail. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
4th foul of the game for him. He's starting to get into that danger zone.
Pass to Thompson for the lead. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Well, in recent years, C-Web, players have flirted with quadruple doubles, but they're just so elusive. I mean, you've got to do a lot to get those kind of numbers.
Now think about it. Embiid and Westbrook have both come close. Or Westbrook comes close to anything with a double at the end of it. And Draymond Green, he missed once on points. So, you know, it's so hard to do. I just remember that the Dream Olajuwon did it, but you think about it. You're exerting so much energy, communication, and passion in that game. That's why it's so tough to do. And by the way, players are really good. So how are you going to get those 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 blocks?
Right, yeah.
Or whatever else you can get along with points. But, yeah, so elusive. Yeah.
Chandler outside. That 3 off the mark.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Fox. 5 points in the game. Down low. Out to Thompson. Fires for 3.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that rebound.
Stolen by Thompson. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Cheap turnover. You got to make sure your target's ready for the pass before you let it go.
Ball outside. Ball's knocked loose. Now, here's Fox. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
Minnesota with the ball. Fires the 3. Tipped away. Houston leading by 4. To the paint. The shot by Thompson, no good. Now the Timberwolves with it. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. To the wing on the left. Here's Bertans for 3.
They haven't been able to get their legs under them since coming out of the locker room. 0 for 4 to start the half.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. The slam dunk by Robinson.
Oh, that's a great pass by Thompson. You see the skill, the craft. He's adept at finding open guys.
Pass to Bertans. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Bertans got 8.
They needed that one. Maybe they'll get it going after 4 straight misses to start the half.
As you talk about IQ for the game, skill, and competitive desire, few can rival Chris Paul.
Well, his buddies LeBron and Wade tease him about having a Napoleon complex. But whatever the reason, his motivation and perfection, it's impossible to stick.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Curry. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
That one's all on them, Greg. I mean, that's a free possession they just gave up.
Pass to Cephalosha. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
You know what? And not a bad foul there. Johnson, an excellent finisher inside.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Here's Houston now. They're on a 15-6 run. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. It's stolen by Curry. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Oh, that's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
1:51 left to play here in the third. Beyond the arc. Niang, that's good.
He's one of the greatest passers in the history of the league. I mean, Paul is top 10 on the all-time assist list.
Curry with it. He's got 10. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, easy call.
For Houston, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
Second free throw, no good. Timberwolves trail by 6. At the elbow, it's Kid Gilchrist. And Kid Gilchrist throws it down.
And Kid Gilchrist is very skilled at throwing it down. The D can't allow him to get that close to the cup.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Curry's got 13 points. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession.
That's just a lack of communication. 2 guys just not on the same page.
Houston leading by 6. Here's Papagiannis. Sinks that one from the post. Papagiannis has got 4 points this quarter.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Pass to Crawford. Ball outside. Lock at 6. For 3. Rebounded by Cephalosha. Here's Curry. He lobs it up. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Oh, it's crucial for Kid Gilchrist that he nails these shots. Always working on expanding his game.
Pass to Cephalosha. Back to Curry. This one for 3. Drops in the tray. He's got 16. Crawford outside. Back to Paul. Here's Wilson. That's tipped. Now here's Curry. Cephalosha. It's good on the putback.
And since they come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
And don't forget, very accurate. Taking shots within the flow of the offense. Not something that can be said for their opponent.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Timberwolves trail by 11. Right wing. Murray for 3. And that one is off. So Houston will take it the other way. It's Curry with the drive. Here's Leiden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leiden's got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these 2 teams in that area.
Back to Paul. Down low. Vucevic.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Pass to Paul. Here's Bielitsa, guarded by Curry. Count the basket. Rockets leading by 11. To the paint. It's deflected. Stolen by Brogdon. To the inside. And Vucevic throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
But, fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
Kicks it out to Paul. Murray for three. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Murray. Here's Brogdon. Misses off the right iron.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
And Jeremy Grant, great genes for the game, Greg. Father was Harvey, uncle was Horace, both NBA players and stars. His brother Jarian also in the association.
Yeah, and Jeremy might be the best athletically of them all. I mean, 6'8" with that 7'3" wingspan, great bounce. If he can develop his skill to match, he'll have a long and prosperous NBA career.
That one goes. Count it.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Wide open look here for Murray. They get it back. Launches it. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Rockets take it the other way.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down tonight.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
And here is Paul. Pass to Brogdon. Back to Paul. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
No good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
To the paint. It's tipped. Back to Paul. Inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
Wow. Wasted possession. Thanks to what should have been a simple pass.
Now Fox. Thompson for three. Right side Robinson. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Vucevic. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 15 points for Vucevic.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. Just throw it up there. I mean, Bamba, as long as you time the pass right, he's going to flush that one down.
The deep three from Thompson. Vucevic with the rebound. Fox with the steal. From deep three-point range.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, way beyond the arc on that play. It's the kind of shot he can make, but not necessarily the one you want.
From outside the arc. Rebounded by Vucevic. Here's Minnesota. .52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Paul. Pass to Brogdon. Tries from 16. That one misses. So Houston will take it the other way. Here's Grant. Finished off the break. And the Rockets lead by 11.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they could pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Murray for three. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It could be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that